Welcome back everyone to the channel. Now this is part 5 of a 7-part series which is designed to give you free information on how to set up an Amazon business today. If you have no idea how to do this, watch from step 1 right through to step 7, and I assure you by the end of it you will have the beginner tips and enough know-how to start your journey today. So stop procrastinating, start today, and let's go. Now before we get into today's video, let's just do a summary of where we are. So we talked about HMRC. Are you going to go limited company or are you going to go self-assessment? We've talked about that. We've talked about the bank account that you need to set up, the pros and cons of doing so, and why I believe you should set up a business bank account. Then we talked about the things you should get in preparation: boxes, bubble wrap, wrapping paper, things that you can use to get your products shipped in. Then we talked about the toolkits, the type of things that you should get to help you source your products, the likes of BuyBot Pro and AMZ Scout. So now the foundation's set, you should be in a position now that you've got your whole company set up, everything is sitting good to go. You started sourcing some products, you've got familiar with how to use these toolkits and things like that, and you've all your prep ready to go. You've hopefully bought some products, they've now arrived at your home, you're feeling confident, you're feeling right, it's time to get shipped in, and then that's why you should sign up to Seller Central then. I know a lot of people will say sign up initially, but we talked about in previous videos that if you sign up straight away, chances are you could spend 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks getting everything sorted out before you can even ship in a product. That is 4, 5, 6 weeks of subscription fees that you just do not need to be paying. So that is a little tip from me. Now setting up your Seller Central account is really quite straightforward. You just hit sign up, funny enough. They pay the fee initially, £25 plus VAT. For new members, for people that aren't VAT registered, what you can do then in the UK is send Amazon a message and say, I should not be getting charged VAT, and there's a template and stuff like that. Get into the FBA deal group down below, free deals guys, but there is also support within the groups that we have, and you can get the template and things like that to help you. But don't be paying VAT on any of your products or any of your fees. That is a tip as well. You do not get told that. Amazon will not ever give you money. You have to fight for every penny. It's a very painful process at times with Amazon, but don't let that put you off. A couple of emails, you will get that money, and if you've left it and you're only hearing this and you're going, I've been paying this for months, you can get a VAT refund, so do not panic. So I'm assuming you've signed up with the big button saying sign up, you filled in the details, it is really straightforward. You've all the previous information that you would need, your business account, bank account details, all of that. You've submitted all that in, and your account is now live. Again, this is only going to be showing you the very basic information. There is a lot to the Amazon Seller Central website. It's ridiculously not user-friendly. I absolutely hate it, to be honest. It's terrible. You can never find anything. I still get lost and go, where do I find this information? You will click things that'll bring you the information, the page will load and it'll say error, does not load. Even Amazon don't have a good setup. They don't even know where to find information. Everything's all over the place and a lot of stuff doesn't work. But again, I think that's through design. I think that is to try and confuse you, to try and make you not get your refunds, to make you not see where money's going, to make you miss fee changes and all this. And that is why we recommend the Sellerboard, but we'll come into that down the road. We talked about it in the last video, but let me try my best to navigate this here. So I'm gonna have to try and blur a few things. I don't want people seeing my store name. So first thing you'll do is you'll sign in. Now, again, I'm choosing your storefront. You may have multiple stores. Marketplaces, you can choose all the different marketplaces here. You go all the different places that you wish to sell. Sign up to an account, go through it. Europe, you can pretty much get access to different ones. My thing with Europe is, as much as, say, if you're selling it for £15, they will give you the relevant exchange rate. My only issue is with the relevant exchange rate is it is all good, it looks good, but you pay a lot more for shipping, so they don't tell you that as usual. They don't tell you that. They want you to sell abroad. They want you to sell worldwide, they want you to be bigger, they want you to sell your products everywhere. But the problem is you pay for that feature of paying for the postage, it's not Amazon. So unless you're selling something for £15 and selling for €30, you're almost making a significant profit. I would never just match, I would never just do an exchange rate, the conversion, because it's just not going to do you any favors. You will be down money. Pick the storefront you're in. Obviously I'm in the UK. So I'm going to be picking the UK as my storefront. I rarely go down and look at the train and stuff. It's all there, but it's very long-winded and boring. Plus you're getting it all here for free anyway. A lot of the titles are self-explanatory, and you'll see here what I've got is these tabs. So what is this is edit. I have chosen these. These are my favorite. These are my go-to. These are the ones that I always want to check out on the regular. So 2 ways of doing it. You can go down the main side here and you can see all these ones with the little bookmark. They're the ones that I have chosen, and then if you go down, you'll see a white bookmark. So if you want to make this, you can just click it, that'll become a favorite bar, you can remove it. And these are all the different categories. Couldn't possibly go through them all, and there's no point in the purposes of this video. It's a high level one, but this is how you would navigate roughly through this section. So the ones that I like to keep is add products. Self-explanatory, makes perfect sense what it is. It's adding a product. What you do is you type in your ACE in here, and you just search for something. So here you go, little Jurassic Park things. You go to select new, different type of condition that you want to sell, and you hit sell this product. Then I'll go to your selling page and you fill this all in. I have done this in a previous video and I'll share the link to the video here. You can go in and watch how to list your first product. Very, very straightforward, but there's no point rehashing everything in this video. Another one that I have here that I like is manage orders, but what I have noticed over the last week or so is that when I go to the manage orders through my bookmark, it brings me and says over the last 365 days, I have not made one sale, which is wrong. So I'm having to manually go in, and this is a great example of how Amazon's website's just horrendously bad. So the way that I've worked it out is I go to orders and then I go to here, and this will tell you all the orders that are coming through. You view your selling applications. I like this one because sometimes you'll get different brands you want to get approved in. Plenty of tricks, and again I've done videos on how to get ungated. Go in and watch them. You can go into your account health. I'm having issues at the moment with intellectual property complaints, 3 of them that have come in on one item, and this is the problem when you have VAs. You've got people sort of doing it. As much as you can do all your checks, you'll still get hit. The good thing is I'm not worried about any 3 of the claims. There's actually 2 claims on one product, and I have all the invoices of all the documentation and pictures of the product. It's all ready to go. So I've been hit with these many a time. It's quite easy to bat them back, but it can be quite scary when you first see it. You go, whoa, not liking this. Manage all inventory. It's self-explanatory as well. It just has all your inventory. Funny enough, but it gives you all of these different types of active, inactive, incomplete, listing, remove, search suppressed, items that potentially you can sell in or have issues with. Then you have a lot of other categories up here, which is, like I said, there is a lot to this. But if you just keep remembering to go back to this, other ones that I will not talk about in this video, but you will need down the road. This is for retail online really. So build your own brand. There is advertising campaign manager. You'll get into all that, how to promote products and stuff. But again, the thing about retail and online arbitrage is it's about getting in, understanding the system, understanding how Amazon works, getting ungated in products, just going through the whole process. And I do think that takes between 6 to 12 months of shipping in a box a week to really gain that experience of dealing with the customer service, dealing with complaints, understanding return on investment, understanding how to source products. That takes a lot of time, and those tools that you will gain are invaluable before you take the big plunge into a private label or wholesale. Wholesale probably would come first. I think private label, in my opinion, is sort of the last thing you should probably do. It's got the most risk, but wholesale is just a variation of a bigger scale of what you're learning here through retail and online arbitrage. And the other category that I really want to show out is reporting. These are all the different types of reports that you'll want. The main one is obviously your payment one, but there is other reports there. VAT, if you're VAT registered, if your taxes, you want to get an idea of how many returns you've done. At the start, when you're doing small numbers, you can pretty much log all this in your head, but when you have hundreds of thousands of products, millions of products, if you ever get to that stage, you're not going to remember what items were returned and how to process all this. So it will get a bit messy, but then that is why I recommend Sellerboard, Seller Toolkit, any of these other things. They are worth the money. The reason being is it'll just simplify all this. It just completely gets rid of all this unnecessary, confusing guff that Amazon just cloud your judgment with. Definitely look at Sellerboard. The link's down below. 2 free months plus 2 free weeks at Deal Hunters. You have nothing to lose. Start your journey today, and if you're actually quite clever, if you were to do your BuyBot Pro link, get 2 weeks free Deal Hunters, and then do Sellerboard, get 2 weeks free Deal Hunters. We will add on all the weeks for you, so you can probably get a good run. It is worth looking at. Get onto the website, check out Deal Hunters, and make sure to check out these 2 videos. They are both an additional tool, how to set up your first shipment, how to add a product, things like that. So worth checking out. Please like, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.